Okay, so today I'm making a chicken rice soup. And to start off, I already prepped in advance, so I have all my ingredients out. Um, I already cut all my vegetables and seasonings that are needed. And then I have my rice over here. I have my salt, and then I have broth, so I didn't make it. And then I'm only using a little bit of chicken because I don't want a lot of chicken. Okay, to start off, um, I added my broth already, so I'm heating that up right now to the pot. Added my broth, so I'm heating up, waiting for it to get to a light simmer. While that waits, I'm going to cut my chicken because I'm gonna add my chicken first, so it can cook a little bit longer than the vegetables, so the vegetables don't get too um, soggy. So probably wasn't the best idea to put the gloves on first. Okay, there we go. And move all these aside. Or actually, I'll just take it like this. And I'm gonna cut it right now. Sorry in advance for all the background noises. Come in. Oh, give me a minute. Okay, sorry about that. Anyways, I'm continuing to cut my meat. Okay, that should be good for this part. And now I'm gonna cut this piece right here. Alright, I'm gonna pause this and then I'll come back once I'm done cooking or cutting all my meat. Okay, so I just finished cutting all my chicken. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add this into here. And I'm just gonna put this over it to let it simmer for a bit. Okay, while we wait for that, I'm gonna clean up a little bit real quick. Just wipe down my area and anything that touched the meat. Okay, so my chicken's been simmering for a bit, so I'm just gonna take the lid off. Let out all the smoke. I'm going to add my vegetables and seasoning. Go ahead and grab my knife. And I'm just gonna scoop this off. Now I'm just gonna mix that around a bit. And I'm gonna let that sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. So I'll come back once that's done. Okay, so I've been letting this sit for a bit. So I'm gonna add some rice right now. I'm just gonna get some rice and take the back of my knife I use to measure to cut all my stuff. I'm just gonna scrape that off. So nice and smooth. I'm gonna open this away from me and let all that heat out. Here, while we wait, I'm just gonna turn my fan on. Give that a good stir. Oh. Now I'm just gonna add my rice. Got a little bit more. I got all my rice stirred in. I'm kind of worried that it's not gonna be to my liking as much because of the onions, because I'm not a big fan of onions. But I'm hoping with all the vegetables and seasonings, it'll just come together. While it waits, I'm just gonna add some of my salt and I don't need a whole lot of salt, so I didn't have the Koshi salt or whatever it's called, so I'm just using pink Himalayan salt. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that. And stir that around real quick. And yeah, we're gonna wait a little bit longer. Okay, so off screen, I tried some to make sure my chicken was cooked and my rice was al dente, or yeah, whatever the recipe said. But off screen, I did add some lemon, lime, pepper, and then I went outside and got some rosemary. So I just put the rosemary in like a minute or so ago. So I'm just letting that sit, and then I'm gonna taste test it. So yeah, I'm just gonna let that sit for a minute and put these away. Okay, so that rosemary's been sitting in there for a good amount of time now. I'm gonna turn this fan on real quick, so I'm gonna taste test it. There you go. Mix that around. some of this. While it just hits that, I'm just gonna put this back on and move this over. So yeah, time to taste test it. Right now, I'm just hoping it doesn't taste different with the onion, but we'll see. Okay, so my thoughts are, for one, I think it turned out pretty good considering this is my first time. For two, one thing I would have changed is I would have cut the meat up a little bit smaller. For three, I would have waited a minute to try this because it was really hot. But that's common sense. I feel like it still needs a little bit of seasoning, so I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of pepper to mine for my taste preference. And then add a little bit of lime. Lime and lemon. The only two things that happened to put away. But yeah, overall, I think it turned out really good. I don't really think that onion, what's the word? I don't know. I think the onion just blends in, so it I'm sorry, but yeah, overall, I think it turned out really good. So yeah.